unmute. Am I muted? Can you hear me? Okay. It said something about mute. All right. Boss is coming today. A lot of people at the 7th. Dream Team was kind of dead this morning. There she is. Hey, good morning. Can't believe we're already November. How'd you guys find the muscle snatch? It's kind of fun, isn't it? Yeah. So what's good is that just try and increase the weight every week. And then at the end, I would try and do how much you can do for 1 rep. That's cool. That's cool. Okay, so just do 3. Nice. So I thought we could do our cars because we do those every week. And then kind of a full body flow again. Maybe starting with our toes and go into the ankles, hips, and then back, and then a little bit of crossbody stuff. How does that sound? Good? All right. Can I make this larger? Okay, nice. Cool. So we can take our shoes and socks off, obviously. We'd take shoes, socks off for this next one. And we're kind of just going to go through with our toes. We'll do our calves first. So let's stand nice and flat. We'll start at the top. We won't do our toe cars, but we're going to do a few of movement ones with that. So bring that chin down to the chest and then rotate around with your neck. To the center. Make sure you keep your arms or shoulders away from the ears. Keep it nice and long. Around. Body is comfortable. Crack. Do an extra one because I feel like my neck's a little stiffer today. I don't know if you guys. All right, let's do our back, so forward, hinge, rotate, tilt, and come. Center. You guys got all your squats in, right? But testing, okay. It's really just the 9 classes, I think. Finishing round. All right, let's do our shoulders. So let's come up, reach, rib cage down, rotate, back of the hand to the side of the thigh, push it back, around. Are you guys doing your wall sit practice before you go skiing. See how long you can hold that wall sit for. Build it up before the ski holidays. I remember we used to do that as kids. It's actually not a bad idea. Nice. Do the other side. Up. Reach. Back. Nine. Good. All right. Now I want to do our full Jefferson curls. So remember this one where we tuck the chin under, roll the shoulders around, and then think of each vertebrae one at a time, rolling under, and then reach down to the ground, and then from here, roll up each vertebrae. So I'm quite flat here, but if you can get it rounded, that's great. Okay, so each vertebrae, one at a time. Watch that flat back, see if you can get it moving a little bit. I know it's harder. Yeah. So you're going to feel with that one where you're a little stiff. Imagine it's with those maximal lifts. Hopefully the spine pops a little bit here. Deadlift and squatting maximal. The bench, you use those shoulders. Good. So let's do one more. Under, really taking your time here, thinking about one of those slinkies, those toys. They go downstairs, trying to get the way the spine is. Try to edit the curl like that. Push through the feet and just like your deadlifts. Good, nice. Whew. That's all right. Let's do our scaps again. We did down low last week. We've done up high. Let's go in the front here. Okay. So remember this position, coming up to your ears, pulling forward and down, and then coming up against the ears, pulling back, squeeze, and down. Yeah, we've got those pull-ups again. So we need to keep this moving smoothly. Really important. Thinking those shoulder blades sliding across the back, across the ribs. Remember to breathe and hold the breath here. Okay. Let's do our elbows with the muscle snatch. Okay, so remember this is that high, and then you kind of press it out. So hands open, and then come up. They don't take too long either, so good to add there. And then we'll do our hip bars differently on our back this time. So full flat back. And finish it off. Stay. Good. All right, so now we're going to come on the back. I'm just going to get a mat. You guys get under the mat there. So you know how we usually do the cartwheels on the sides, sometimes in the quadruped position. So this time we're going to go on our back. And I'll probably show you from the scene. Similar thing. So really very similar. You're just going to bring that knee up to the chest. Open up in that thigh hydrant. Try and keep the sit bones of the back down. And then come round to the center. And then we're going to go the other way. So foot down, rotating out and around. Okay. I'm getting a little bit more clicking this way, actually. So it's interesting. All right, so let's have a look at you guys. Knee out to the chest. Thigh hydrant out to the side. Push through the heel down to the foot. And then bring it around back to the torso. Bring it maximally to the torso and then push the other way. Heel first forward, leg extends. Open it up to the thigh hydrant when you're close to the ground, so that it'll hover over the ground. And then bring it back. You get any more clicking this one? No? Might make a lot more noise. By the hip flexor sliding across and then around and up. Good. So in your own time now. And I'm going to breathe. Up that breath. Up. All right. Back. There is actually a clicking hip syndrome, and it's just that hip time I've got it. So a bit of work on that. And then finish off your last rep here, and then we'll move on to the other side. Good. Wow, bone doing that's really unusual. All right, knee out to the chest, lift to the other leg. Squeeze, open out to the side, come down, round. Good, now bring it up to the chest. Try and do that extra squeeze. You can use your hands to bring that knee to the chest. Good, now push it back down to the floor to your other foot. And then open up. Kind of like you're swimming. Down. Good. And back to the chest. Someone's desperate to be a member. Training on Sunday. Okay, finish up one more. Whatever position is happening. Finish up that last loop. Now we're going to move to our feet and ankles. Good. Okay, how'd that feel? A little different, huh? Got some clicking too. So if you're getting a lot of clicking, remember that ball one that release that we used to do, where you put the big ball here and then lie flat on your tummy. We can do that maybe next week, actually. So I think it's on next week. Anyway, we'll figure that out. But so let's go on to our feet. And all we're kind of doing here is we're going to do 1 foot at a time. You're going to bend your knee, coming up onto the toes like so. Do like this, and then back, and then the other side. So really try and put, I mean, you're going to have your body weight supported, We're just trying to get some good flexion in the toes. Good. So, you all right? That's good. So we'll do 5 more, so get 10 in total. Backing again. And try and keep the hips still here. That's it. Nice. Now we're going to go the opposite way. So you're going to have the back, so the front of the toes down, so your toenails down to the ground. I'm just going to press forward and back. See that? Good. So it might mean you have to bend down to get the range and think of pushing that knee forward. We'll do 1 foot at a time. Yeah. Good. That's it. Ooh, lots of noise. That's it. Good. Let's switch to the other toes, other side, other foot. So forward, nails down, and back. Wow, 53. Good. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Nice. So you get a little bit of ankle work in there as well at that angle. Okay, so next we'll come on to one side, and I kind of just want to work on the ankles a little bit as you come forward. Really important to go to the range where that heel stays connected to the ground. You can even hold the back of the foot if you need to, and then kind of just opening up, but keep the foot flat so the toes don't come up. See how your ankle's in this angle, and then you're going to come forward, push through the toes, but don't overstretch that back of the heel. Overstretch that Achilles. So ease into it. That's 5. Maybe 5 more. Still breathe through here. Keep everything tight, relax your breath. Stretch from the leg. Good. Good. All right, so let's do the other side. Move forward. And back. Keeping that foot connected. Also put a little pressure in the toes and try at the same time as you're driving the knee forward. Keep the arch high. Okay. So a little bit of active connection here as well. Back through. You okay? Knees okay in this position? Yeah, it is. All right, finish off your last breath. All All right, now we're going to do a little bit of cards still with this ankle. So you remember this one where we're on the ground. You're going to have that hand underneath your knee. Keep the thigh close to the chest so we have no hip or knee moving. And then we're just kind of focus on the ankle. So you flex the foot, internally rotate through the middle of your body, then push it down, come out to the outside and come up. And then just make those full circles around. So not super fast, really concentrate on drawing that circle with the toe. Yeah. Good. And we're going to do a few counterclockwise and then we'll go the other way. Now, point and go clockwise up to 12, 1, 3, 6, 9. Yeah. Again, keep everything tight here. You're just making that ankle move. Two more. Good. It should feel quite good down there. Let's do the other side. Left hand underneath, close that thigh, and then flex the foot to the midline of the body, point, and come around. Good. So about 5 seconds per circle. Count here. That's it. I'm trying to push it to the extreme, right? So really midline, really down, and then really flexed. Good, and let's go the other way. So up, round. Good. Nice. No cramping happening. Good. All right, nice. So next we're going to go into our deep squat. We're going to add that rotation. We'll probably do these in the warm-ups as well before lifting. So if you need heel elevation, you can, or if you can stay flat-footed and do this. You've probably done this a zillion times, but it's a really good one. I want to use a little heel elevation because I'm not that mobile right now on my knees, but you're going to come down into your squat. You're going to have one foot down, and then we're going to rotate, open up here, reach, come down, and do the other side. Okay? Yeah, whatever works. Yeah. Nice. All right, so you're going to come down, yeah, you want to come down not like totally relaxed in your squat, but kind of active a little bit. Yeah. So you're going to feel your thighs burning a little bit. So you're going to come up, reach, come around to the other side. Open up. We'll do 10. So this is 3. Breathing in as you come down. Breathing out as you open up. Breathe in. Breathe out. Good, or just find your natural breathing pattern. Too much share. Good. Okay. Was not too sore after squatting, maximal loading. Good. 2 more. Okay, Dillis, you got it. Good. Nice work. Oh, yeah, yay. All right. Good. Oh, yeah. So now I want to go into our hips a little bit more. We're going to do those good old-fashioned 90-90s. This time I want you to come lean forward in this position. So we're at that 90-90 position. Okay. And then we're going to open up. Okay, remember keeping this other leg trailing leg down as much as you can. And then bring it down. And then really come around and reach forward for that nice little stretch. Forehead comes down to the ground. And you should feel as you come down and tuck the chin, a little bit of a stretch, more stretch in that lower part of the glute. And then you're going to come up, rotate, open, good, out, internally rotate, come around, and forward. Like Swan Lake. No, it can't be that elegant. we try. And then rotate around. It should feel quite nice, actually. Maybe this part's a little yucky as you externally rotate the hip and internally, but this part reaching down should feel good. Sweep. Now you can even sweep around across too if you want your back a little bit more. So as if I can look right at my foot behind, coming up. Let's do that now. Let's do a couple where we're kind of pushing the angle of our torso around, reaching. Hopefully seeing your other foot. If not, don't worry. Open up. Sweep across. Good. Good. Do one more on each side. See what we have next. Initial. Okay, good. All right, well done. So now we're just going to do our forward fold. But basically, your legs are straight. You can reach as far as you can. So some people will be just under the knees, some people will be the ankles, some people can come right forward. But don't curve the back. Try and keep it flat as you come forward, okay? And we'll just hold that for a minute. Okay, ready? So find that point that you can hold it. Good. Nice. So I think of that hips back, chest forward. And I'm feeling I'm tightening my calves, so this is where it's going to feel tight more. And some people it's going to be the hamstring. Okay, you can close your eyes here and sink into it. Belly should feel heavy here. So keep holding, that's 20 seconds. And if you want to adjust, you can reach a little further. You can do that, of course. All right, now lift the hands back up. Nice and tall. When you go into that butterfly position, okay, so your feet together. Again, the same kind of principle here, that you try and keep the spine tall and reach down. But we're going to make it a little active. So what we're going to do is we're going to move the knees like that. Okay. So find it, and let's go for a minute. Keeping that chest nice and tall. That's it. gonna go to the 7s this afternoon. I think I'm crazy. Yeah, keep going, keep going. Some things come up. Good. Now that we feel a bit comfortable here, let's curve this time. So in this position, come forward and lean into it that way. Here we can tuck the chin under. You should feel a stretch. Back. Let's hold that for a minute. And then we're going to do our modified back bend. From downward dog to our cobra. Done this once before too. A little bit more movement. Another 15 seconds. Breathing's heavier here. Kind of flat over your torso. So you remember this one here? So we come into our plank, into the downward dog. So you're going to get a stretch in the heels, the back of the legs. And then you're going to have to put a little bit of weight onto your shoulders. And then come down into that back bend. So I'm so stiff, I can't even get my hips to the ground, but some of you will be able to. And then we want to keep active though, because then we're going to push back. You may need to adjust your feet as you come back into that downward dog. Okay? Let's go together, downward dog. Hips come down. Hips come down to the floor. Hold the cobra for a second. Good, then back into your downward dog. Down again. Sit. Downward dog. Get the feet closer if you need to. Push the heels down, hands into the ground. Then hips come back down to the floor. Cobra. There. And back into downward dog. Hold. And then back down, hips to the ground. Cobra. Breathing in. And back to the downward dog. Good, we'll do 2 more, so hips back down to the ground. Good. Second last one, back down to downward dog. Push the butt back. Try and find the foot position with the heels close to the ground. And then back to your cobra. Good. And then back to downward dog. Pushing back. And last one to your cobra. Now, if it feels good, then hold that position with your hips to the ground, but mine are not touching the ground. So I'm finding that position where they will. So for me, it's my folded elbows. If it's getting too hard on the shoulders, then you can come to your elbows. We're going to hold this. Okay. Just feel that stretch in the lower back. If it gets too strong, modify it like I'm doing here. Good. I didn't realize how tight my lower back was. I can't think what I did to that. Good. Breathing here another 30 seconds. And then we'll do some cross body rotations, but with on our belly. Scorpions, basically, I'll show you those. Breathe here. Nice. And then roll out that. Good. So now that our lower back's a little bit more supple, we're going to lay onto our front like this, okay? And then we're going to flip around, reach, and then flip around to the other side, reach. Okay, let's do 10. I'll let you do it in your own time because everyone's going to be a little bit different with their speed, but 10 rotation. A little bit of the shoulder stretch too. Going. If you want to do you can. I've got 9. The last one. How are you, ladies? Good. 10. Nice, good. All right, now we're going to do another kind of roly-poly thing. It's quite fun. You're going to, I'll show you from the side. You're going to go into your pancake. You're going to reach up the wall, and then you're going to bring your feet back and come back to close. Okay, so just be, and then don't have to go so back, like whatever your body lets you do, then do that. So just kind of reach forward, feel the stretch in the groin, and then reach back, legs back, and then through. Okay, again, 10 in your own time. You don't have to follow my speed or whatever. I might be slower. Good, and then you're going to find a breathing pattern. Good. Should look quite nice. Yeah, you can have your hands down too. Good. Hopefully I didn't have too much breakfast. I had some yogurt. I feel like a little heavy. Right, nice. Good. How much time do we have left on this thing? Less than a minute. Okay, well, we're going to say goodbye. Let's just sit here, and then you can do whatever you want with your legs, and just take some nice deep breaths. Okay, so if I get cut off, have a good one. So breathing in, feel the belly, let go, breathe out, pull everything up, and belly right into the spine. Breathing in. Breathe. Breathe in. And out. So at least 2 more breaths